Okay, Shamira, I'm so glad to get to celebrate and elevate with you. I always learn so much when I am able to work with colleagues because we're brainstorming together and coming up with new information and new ideas. I love it. Now, I want to join this. I said this in the video before, but I'm going to go join this. And I really, really like this GEG Texas. I think that I could create something like this as a classroom and have links on it for the students to go to. And so I just think it's fantastic, and I'm glad that you pointed out this particular group. Now, the other thing that I want to look at is your classroom, your Google Classroom. I really like the way that you have this set up. You had it where you have the subjects in there. You have science and you have math, and you even had some videos. And my thought was, as we were talking, because you're teaching bilingual, that maybe you can go and get some videos that are in Spanish and then correspond that to what you're teaching. And you've probably already thought about this, but just to help those students along, because I know they have a language barrier. So doing the best you can with that, trying to find videos. And then you pointed something out to me too, is the Google Translator. And I think that's going to be an enormous help for you teaching those students. So that was a good thing that you pointed out. I had forgotten about that. So that's something that, yeah, that's going to be beneficial. And then the third thing was your form. I think this is very innovative. You actually put the pictures on here, and then the students answer this way. They could practice on paper, but then they put their answer on the computer. So it gives you, it takes away, it takes time, less time for you, because you can go and grade it, immediately find out what they made, what they're doing wrong, and then go back with feedback. So I think that it's a super good idea. So I just think that you're learning a whole lot with this, and you're going to be able to implement it in your classroom.
Thank you, Miss Sandra. And I'm glad that you was able to make that connection between the paper and doing it digitally, because since our students have to take the STAR online, that was my main focus, was for them to still be able to show their work on paper, but input their responses online correctly. So thank you for that connection. I want to celebrate and elevate you for your Google form. What I loved about what you did is, since this was your first time using it, I loved how you tried different responses, such as the multiple choice and the multiple selections. You did the drop down menu, as well as a variety, a scale from 1 to 5. And even you typed in trying for them to input the date. That was really good of you to attempt and try. And I'm glad that you did, so you can become familiar with it. I also want to celebrate you on the GEG. You gave me a great idea when you talked about this image. I now know that for this upcoming unit in mathematics, I'm going to section off the different subjects, topics for mathematics of fractions, like equivalent fractions, simplifying fractions, and numbers on the number line, and insert different videos. So that way I can place this on my Google Classroom and my students will be able to use it as a reference. And I also want to celebrate you for your Google Chat. I did not know on the Google Chat they have the option, and I'm gonna see if it works. They had the option to do a video. So I think this is going to be a very powerful tool. So if students go home and they have a question about a homework question, they could actually show me their assignment and what they work out and share their thinking, rather than just having to type it. Or also they can upload a picture. So thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah, and I really like your idea of taking a picture or creating your own image for those videos. Kids are really visual, it seems like, and yes, you make it fun and it looks fun, then they want to go try it. So great ideas. I love it. And I can't wait for next week.
Me as well.